Kia ora Year 9. Here's another video going through how to simplify expressions with like terms. So in this video I'm going to stick to some pretty simple examples to start with, and then hopefully you'll see the patterns that we're using for the harder examples. So what's the big idea with like terms? Well, we looked in class at how we can think of these as being different types of fruit. Okay, so think of A as being an apple and think of B as being a banana. It sounds really stupid, but it kind of works. So what have I got here? Well, I've got an apple, another apple, and another apple. So I've got 3 apples. And then I've got a banana and a banana. So I've got 3 apples and 2 bananas. So we write that as 3 lots of apple, 3A, plus 2B. Now, when we write the 3A, we mean 3 times A, but we never write that multiplication sign. Okay, so we just write that as 3A. So we did that very, very early on in algebra, but we use that idea lots when we're adding terms together. Right, so each of these things is like a Lego block. It's a term. And if the letters match up, then those terms are called like terms. So pretty quickly we stop writing A plus A plus A, and we see things like 4A. So that means A plus A plus A plus A. But we don't have to write that out. So when we start combining here, we look and we see we've got 4 lots of A here, take away 2 lots of A. So these are like terms. So 4 lots of A, take away 2 lots of A, leaves me with 2 lots of A. Then here I've got 2B and 5 more B. So because this is 2 bananas and 5 bananas, I can put them together and I get 7B. Okay, sorry about the noise, it's Friday night and the rest of the family are watching Netflix. Right, as you can probably hear. Sorry for the background noise. Okay, here, what do I do? Well, things aren't in quite such nice order. So I've got 8A here. This is a B. I can't put it with the A, right? They don't go together. I've got 8A, but I've got 12 more A here. So that gives me 20A. Is there anything else that I can combine? Well, I've got 4B here, but no B here, and no nothing here, no letters here at all. So the 4B just has to sit there. Now I move on and I look at the C. I've got 5C here, no more C's, so that's just plus 5C. And lastly, I've got this plus 2 on the end. So remember, we call these, this is a number, right? This is representing 2, not 2 bananas, just 2. So that sticks on the end. Okay, I've got a whole lot more of these. What I want you to do is to pause the video and do 3 at a time into your book, and then I'll go through them. Okay, so here are the next 3. So write out the question and the answer for your revision, and let's go through them. Right, the first one, I've got 7x, take away 4x. The letters match, so they're like terms. 7 lots of them, take away 4, gives me 3x. In this next one, I've got 7x, take away 4x again, and then I've got 4, take away 2. So these things can be combined, and these things can be combined, but they can't all go together. So this one is going to be 3x, right? 7 take away 4x, plus, well, 4 take away 2 is just 2, so plus 2. What about number 6? Is it any different? Well, it looks a bit different, but it's not really. It's just in a different order. So I've got 7x, take away 4x. So we combine those to get 3x. Now look at the numbers. I've got plus 4, take away 2. You'll notice that I'm always thinking about the sign with the next number. So that gives me plus 2. So look, it's exactly the same as the last one. It's just that the terms were written in a different order. Here are 3 more. Pause the video and do these 3. This time we're starting to move into negative numbers. So I've got 7x, take away 10x. Here's my number line. Here's 7. If I take away 10, I end up back at negative 3x. The next one is negative 8x, take away 3x. Here's my number line. Here's 0. Let's put negative 8 on. If I'm going to take away 3, I'm going back 3. I get to negative 11. So this one is negative 11x. The last one's easier, 4t plus 16t. So I'm always checking that I've got like terms, right? I've got the same letters, 4t plus 16t. So I get, sorry, plus 12t, I get 16t. Right, they're going to get a little bit harder now. These ones are to practice integer properties, because we're also going over number skills at the moment. Right, so 4t take away 12t. Have I got like terms? Yes, I have, because they're both t. The letters match. 4 take away 12 gives me negative 8t. What about this one? Well, here I've got 4t plus negative 12t. So that's the same as 4t minus 12t, which is negative 8t. This one is different. We've still got like terms. I've got 4t here, and I've got negative 12t here. But when I have minus and negative, that becomes 4t plus 12t. So this one is 16t. 8 to go. Now I'm starting to crank up the types of variable we're seeing now, because I want to talk about exactly what a like term means. So a like term is where the letters match exactly. The x squared in here means x times x. And the x squared in here means x times x. So this term and this term are still like terms, because I've got an x squared here and an x squared here. So altogether I've got 10, whoops, that should be an equal sign, I've got 10 lots of x squared. In number 14, we've got like terms here, 5x squared, take away 7x squared, and then this plus 2 is different. So I can combine the 5x squared minus the 7x squared. So 5 take away 7 gives me negative 2x squared, and the plus 2 is just going to sit there, right? I can't combine this any further, because this one is an x squared, this one here, and this one here is a constant, it's a plus 2. What about number 15? Well, I've got an x squared here, or 6x squared here. I've got take away 8x squared here. So these are like terms. But this is different. This is take away 2x, and this is take away 7x. So the letters with the powers have to match to be like terms. In this one, I can put together these two, and I'll get negative 2x squared. And then I have take away 2x, take away 7 more x, which gives me minus 9x. I can't combine this answer anymore, because this is an x squared term, negative 2x squared, and this is an x term. They're kind of related, and we're going to see that when we get to factorising, but they're not like terms. 5 to go. Okay, now we're cranking it up a notch. Here we've got 4 lots of x, y, z times z. And here we've got 9 lots of x times y times z times z. So these are like terms. This is completely different. This is a plus 3, it's a constant. And then this is completely different again. So how can I combine this one? Well, it equals 13xy z squared. And the rest of the stuff just has to sit on the end, plus 3 minus 6x. Number 17 shows us that the order of the letters inside the like terms doesn't matter. I'm not going to have to do this very often, but when I start out, I might want to check that the letters are identical. I've got 4 lots of x times y plus 6 lots of y times x. I can rewrite this one as xy. Now, I don't have to do that, and I probably won't want to bother with that for long, but it lets me see that they're like terms. Okay, 3 left, and then we're done. Maybe 2 left. I think I got lazy. I didn't do number 20. So, number 18 has got this. I've got 5 lots of x squared y. Here I've got minus 2 lots of x squared y. And here I've also got 6 lots of x squared y. So all 3 of these are like terms. So what do we get here? Well, here's my number line. I start with 5. I take 2 away. That gets me to 3. and then I add on 6. So this gives me 9 x squared y. Or, if I wanted to, I could write that as 9y x squared. Right, here's the last one. So make sure you're pausing the video and trying it before I go through it. Okay, I've got ABC here, ABC here, then I've got AB here and AB here. So those colours show me the like terms. Negative 3ABC plus 4ABC gives me 1 lot of ABC. But I don't need to write that 1. It's invisible. And it looks really clunky. Once you've been doing algebra for a little while, you'll hate seeing 1s pop up where you don't need to have them. So it's just going to be ABC. Here I've got plus 5AB minus 12. So that gives me minus 7AB. So there you go. That's revision of basic like term stuff. Later on in the next week, we're going to put that together with expanding and factorizing. It's a really powerful idea in algebra, and it's really important that you get the hang of it. So go and look on Education Perfect if you need more work, or ask me for some extra worksheets. Thanks for watching.